Okay, so we're going to use 4 cups of Bisquick. I am almost out of this one, but I'm going to go ahead and put 4 cups of Bisquick in. Here we go. We got 4 cups of your Bisquick, and again, it's just your normal Bisquick pancake and biscuit making, whatever. And then it tells you to cut in a cup of sour cream. I'm going to be using this light sour cream. I used it last time, it worked just fine. So that's what I'm going to do again. Just going to put a cup in there. And then you're supposed to mix that in before you add the rest of the ingredients. So I'm going to go ahead and mix that. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's like just this sticky. Now, it calls for a cup of 7-Up. I'm just using this off-brand and making it diet 7-Up. But last time, like I said, it calls for a cup. Last time I used a cup, it was super soupy. So I'm going to start off with a 1/2 cup. And I'm going to just go with that and just put in actually a 1/4 cup at a time and see. I don't know if it was raining the day that I baked it. I don't know if it was just the humidity or something, but I'm just going to kind of tweak it and see if it works, but I will list the actual recipe down below. So here's what my dough looks like right now. I did wash off my counter and I put some parchment paper down just because I seen a couple people that said that would help with the mess. I don't know, it may make it more of a mess. I'm not for sure. I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle my parchment paper, counter, whatever you want to use, with flour. Honestly, I think this is just gonna be more of a mess, but we will try. Sprinkle that with flour. And then I am just going to drop this out on it as much as I can. And this is just super sticky still, and that is with me only using 1/2 of what it told me to use of the liquid ingredients. The only thing I can tell that I did differently is I used light sour cream instead of the full fat, which is a little bit more liquidy, but I don't know why it would. I don't think it's that much more liquidy. So off the top, I already know I'm gonna have more flour because it is just super wet. I don't need more than that. This is the second time I've done this recipe. I was going to show you guys the first time, but I'm glad I didn't because it did not work out very well. It was just way too wet. And still now. So we're just going to try to knead it a couple times. Again, I'm not for sure if that paper is helping or hindering. It is easier to work with this time for sure, because last time, like I said, it was bad. You want to make sure, like I said already, you don't want to over knead it too much. And this is what I'm doing, is kneading it. It might look a little funny just because of how I'm doing it, but I am kneading it. So it calls for a stick or a half a cup of melted butter. So I just usually put it in the oven and melt it while my oven is heating up. Just want to heat up the pan, it won't hurt anything. But I am going to let the pan cool down a little bit before I put the biscuits on the pan. Alright, so I let this pan cool down a little bit. I just spread out the butter, and I'm just going to take bread, which is, again, you're not even really supposed to do it this way, but this is how I'm doing it just because it's so, I hate repeating myself, but it's just not how it should be. So I'm just going to make like little kind of like cat head looking biscuits. Alright, we're going to go ahead and pop these in the oven. And you want this at 425, and they're going to go for about 10 to 15 minutes.